I want to begin by wishing you all a very happy, blessed Easter. Speaking to you through a camera is not my desired way of speaking to you, but at least in this form, you can see that I am well, and that's certainly my prayer for all of you. I want you to know that during this time, I've been waking up every morning, keeping you all in prayer, and many of you by name, because as pastor, I know your heartaches and your joys. One of my heartaches is sitting in this church all by myself, not seeing you, not having you present, because I long to see your faces, and particularly the faces of your children. I think particularly of the First Communion children that I long to see and long to be at this table and look for the day when that can take place. You may have heard the story of the pastor who taped to the pews pictures of parishioners. I don't really need that, because as I look at these empty pews, I can see many of your faces. I know that many of you sit in the same pew every Sunday. I think of someone like Steve Kaza, who always sits in the last pew at the 8 o'clock Mass. And then there's Steve Hendershot, who always sits in the first pew at the Saturday night Mass. And then the choir members who sit in those chairs that are now empty. I can see your faces, and I long to see them face to face someday, when we can be together as the Holy Spirit family. We know that we are in the midst of a season of a pandemic, but I'm also aware that this is also the Easter season. And Easter is a time when we celebrate that there is life beyond death. We celebrate that there will be life beyond this pandemic, and we look forward to coming together. As we look forward to that day, I want to reassure you that there's life going on in this parish. And let me tell you a few examples of that. For example, you may be aware that our deacons and parish staff members are reaching out to parishioners who are experiencing some isolation during this time period, who feel cut off, extending them the care of the parish. Also, Kathy Kaza is preparing lesson plans for our PSR families and their children. And Weeks is outreaching to the seniors of our parish who are missing their classmates, helping them to prepare a way to celebrate their graduation. And for my part, besides other things, one of the things I've been doing is visiting and reaching out to phone to some of the members of our parish who are going through the dying process. But it's not just we as a staff who are carrying on the parish mission. I also hear stories of how you as parishioners are doing that. Stories of parishioners who are preparing and making face masks for hospitals and hospital care workers. Parishioners who are preparing for the coming of the migrants who are going to work in the fields, who are essential workers for our day to provide food for all of us. And then parishioners who are donating fish to make sure there is funding to feed those in need and for emergency assistance. And finally, I heard the story of one parishioner who told me that she is gathering her own children every Sunday, along with some of the children in the neighborhood, providing a liturgy of the word for children. It's all these stories that carry on the mission of our parish, that tell us that Christ is alive and risen, carrying on his mission. I was touched by a telephone call that I received from the mother of a second and third grader of our parish who were making masks for one of the local hospitals. And they said to her that they were concerned about me, and so they came to the parish. And they placed a mask for me in my newspaper. It's touching moments like that. Your care and concern for me, your cards, your prayers, and even an occasional meal by some of you. For that, I express my thanks and gratitude, and thanks to all of you who have continued to support our parish financially when you may be even going through some rough times on your own. It's Parishioners like you that make me eager to look forward to the day which looks like to be Pentecost, when we return to and come together as a family parish, and I can see you once again face to face. Until that time, be safe, stay healthy, and let's keep one another in prayer.